first of all, you can take a second and appreciate my natural hair. I love it. I think it looks the most pretty this way. But, it takes a lot of time to take care of it, so I don't wear it as much. But I will try to wear it more often in the future. But anyway, today we have a very serious topic again, okay? Today I want to check on your testosterone levels, okay? Because as we all know, a lot of men, or I would actually say most men nowadays, have too low testosterone levels. Yeah, except for submissive men or man and female-led relationships. Yes, there's actual studies on it. You can look it up. Yeah, and I just want to do a quick checkup today, and I want to see if everything's okay in here. For the checkup, we will do a few tests, okay? These will be very simple tasks you have to do. I'm gonna explain them to you, and these are just so I can get an idea of what's going wrong or right. And then after you did the tasks, I'm just going to take a blood sample and actually look at your testosterone levels, okay? Okay. Did you understand everything so far? Do you have a question? Oh yeah. The tests before taking the actual sample are very necessary and very important also. They're mostly for my ego to see if I'm correct with my presumption about you and your testosterone levels, okay? So yeah, and also because I think the tasks are quite funny for me, so we're going to have to do that first. Yeah, good. So at first, I just want you to tell me what comes to your mind when you see this shoe, this heel. Yeah? See, it's nothing complicated. I just want you to describe really quick just what comes into your mind. Yeah, obviously it's a pretty shoe, a pretty heel, but if you think a bit further about it, what do you imagine when you see this heel? Are there any other thoughts about the heel? Any scene you have in mind specifically? Okay, I really like to ask this in the beginning. Yeah, it has a reason, but I'm not gonna tell you this. But we will continue with the second little task. And this will just be a very simple focus exam, okay? You're going to look directly here at my fingertip, and you cannot take your eyes off of my finger, okay? Your eyes are here. Good. And then I'm gonna move my finger around a bit. And you have to do nothing at all. It's a very simple task. You have to do nothing except following my finger with your eyes, and also just not letting go. Just following my fingertip everywhere. Very good. Okay. Very good. With the next task, I'm just going to look at your heart frequency while I will be doing something. Please put your finger in here. Good. And now I will be putting gloves on. Guess I don't necessarily want to touch you. At least not until I have a clue about your testosterone levels. Okay. Good. Let me just check if everything works out. Yes, okay. Can see your pulse. Good. Now, I will just touch you, okay? Just going to touch your face a bit, and I'm just going to look at how your body will react to me touching you. Okay, what if I touch your shoulders? Okay, your neck. Okay, good. What if I choke you just a little? Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Now I'm gonna pinch you, but only very gentle. Oh, you have a quite high pain tolerance. Okay, but I don't want to go further. Good. This was the third little exam. Gonna take this off your finger. Good. And now we can already start preparing your skin for the blood sample, or for taking the blood sample. Yeah, because I am very professional, I have a lotion here, and this is just to make sure we get all the bacteria off before I'm going to take the sample. This is like a washing lotion, because it's very important. I want all of the bacteria and stuff to come off before. Good. Okay. Good. Okay. Now we can finally take the blood sample. Just gonna put a little more disinfection on there. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my needle. Okay, show me your arm. Good. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I've never done this before. Yeah, I can still be a professional if I haven't done it before. I'm a natural talent at most of the things I start, so I knew that I was going to be a professional. Just let me do it. Okay. Good. It's maybe going to hurt a little bit, but I'm trying my best, okay? Good. Yeah, I think that's a good one. I'm going to try. Don't make any noise, you're distracting me. What's wrong with you? Yeah, if it hurts, it's only because you're distracting me and not being quiet. Okay. Oh my god, I made it. Yeah. Yeah. All the blood is coming out. Good. I'm not sure how much I need to take, but that's quite a lot now. I'm going to stop. Okay, just going to take the blood sample and put it in here. Good, we did it. Very good. Going to put that on top, and it looks really good. Quite proud of myself. Okay, now I'm gonna insert the sample into my computer, and the computer will then tell me the results. Okay. Yeah, exactly as I thought. Your testosterone levels are unfortunately very low at the moment, which could result in plenty of things. Wait, I'm gonna put my gloves in the trash can, and now we can talk, okay? So, when I, as a professional therapist look at a man with low testosterone levels, I see, or I find that it mostly tends to show up in patterns, okay? So men with low testosterone, in my experience, are less decisive, yeah, or they may overthink single tasks, like in situations where there should be this instinct and they should be driven, there's more hesitation. You know what I mean? Often they're the kind of guy who, delays things he could just do. Yeah, in general, the whole energy may be very inconsistent. There's not this drive that pushes them forward. And this also shows in the body. People always laugh at me when I say I want a sub and a man who is very fit and in shape. But there's actually a reason behind it, and the reason is not only that I'm more attracted to it because I think it looks prettier, but it's also that these men tend to have more testosterone or higher testosterone levels. Low testosterone men often have, for example, less muscle density, more fat accumulation, especially around the midsection. Yeah, so you can always see it, or at least I can always tell when a man has high testosterone levels. The body will always show it if the mind didn't already. Yeah, and as I said, mentally, you will just, become passive, and there will just be less persistence. He will get distracted easily, as I said, and yeah, and maybe you're dealing with some of these problems, and I could just give you some pills, or you could go to the doctor and get yourself some pills or medication, but I believe that this is not what will cure it or help in a long-term view. So I want to give you some advice that you can follow, which will help you in your life with this, and you will naturally be able to cure the low testosterone levels. Okay, so my first advice sounds very simple, but I promise you it will change your life, and it is really just physical stimulus. Yeah, you need to do activities, you need to move your body, you need to push to the limit. Yeah, resistance training, very important. Going to the gym, you need to stimulate your body and your muscles. Yeah, and I'm not talking about random workouts and progressive overload. I'm just talking about consistent training. Then another thing that will help naturally restoring your testosterone levels is less distraction, less comfort. I'm talking about doom scrolling, mobile phone time in general, screen time. You need to think of routines that you want to establish in your day, and the routines should include doing things that you don't feel like doing because they're exhausting maybe, but things where there will be good for you. Yeah, so you really need to be strict to yourself, without an external push. It's really just about you, and you have to fight this battle against yourself. It's not really a fight, because after a few weeks it will already be a lot better, and you will feel like it truly helps. Good. And I think I don't need to mention sleep and good nutrition. Yeah, this should be obvious. Like, this is always good and healthy for you, and it will also have a high influence on your hormones, actually. Yeah. And finally, you just need a motivation to do all of this. You need a direction. You have to think about where do I want to be in life? Yeah, what are my goals? And then you just need to push and push and push, and maybe get in a female-led relationship. And finally, you should, in general, overthink your whole view, maybe on yourself and what you think you need in a woman. Yeah, because as I've told you, most submissive men do have a very high testosterone drive. Yeah, because they're always wired to please a woman. They always have a job. They're always being pushed. Yeah, and it comes from the inside, not from an, as I said, external force. So this is also very important. Good, but as I said, all of this has to be from within. Yeah, I can only tell you this, your results, and maybe you want to change something about them. Okay? Yeah. I think we should meet up in the future again so I can control your levels again. And until then, I hope you take my advice